There's a player on the Vietnamese server who just hit 15,500,000 mastery points on Teemo. I'm not sure why this guy hates himself or others so much, but dang. To put this into perspective for you, you receive an average of about 600 mastery points per game. That's about 25,833 games of League of Legends. If we assume each game takes an average of 25 minutes, which we all know is on the low side, that comes out to about 10,763 hours. Or in other words, 448 days of straight non-stop Teemo gameplay. Bruh. Here's a graph that shows the correlation between mastery points and win rates on champions. It's no surprise more mastery points means a higher win rate. In other words, that Teemo should have had about a 99% win rate by now. But what's really crazy is the low win rate for champions under 2.5k mastery points. It's just weird to think about considering how many of you scrubs jump into a rank game on a new champion because of a meta or something. Did you know you can earn money by just playing your favorite games like League? I want to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Buff. Buff is a loyalty program that, unlike your parents, will actually reward you for playing the games you already play, like Valorant, COD, Apex, Splitgate, and of course League of Legends. In order to use Buff, all you have to do is download it and let it chill in the background while you're playing your game. Over time, you'll collect Buff points from completing missions. These are almost identical to the League of Legends missions, but instead of earning blue essence, which is pretty boring, you get Buff points. Once you've got yourself some Buff points, you can then hop into their market and get a bunch of different rewards, such as games, gift cards, League RP, and even gaming hardware like a brand new Razer keyboard. They even got some gaming headsets and some Meeson in here. The way Buff works is it earns money through ads and subscriptions, so it can give you these crazy rewards. Also, Buff has no effect on your gameplay and you won't even notice it's there. And best of all, Buff is partnered with Overwolf, a world-leading gaming app platform, so you know it's legit. Anyways, make sure to download Buff for free using my link below so you can get that skin you've always wanted. Thanks Buff for supporting the channel. Now back to the video. The award for Best Mother of the Year for League of Legends champions once again goes to Rek'Sai because, well, she's the only champion who's a mother. As I'm sure you're already aware, Vex will be the 157th champion in League of Legends. Vex was actually supposed to be released before Auction, but was delayed because of having to modify the game specifically for Vex's own gameplay. This guy named Zendrew made the League of Legends client 10 times better on his own. You can see who's autofilled and kick trolls before the game starts. Seriously though, does reporting people actually do anything in Champ Select? Like, I know Riot added that a while ago, but I feel like it literally does nothing. Also, there's a random skin button, which they should definitely have, and a pre-select champion option. I'm not saying all of these are perfect or great ideas. I'm sure the kicking people will get abused, but I think it's a step in the right direction. About a month ago, a policeman in China accidentally caught a wanted man while playing League of Legends. Apparently, they were at an internet cafe when there was an automated announcement saying the Ionian server's rank 1 player is now online, because I guess that's a thing.
The law has entered the game.
A policeman wanted to watch him play, but quickly recognized him as a wanted man. Of all things, imagine being arrested not just because you were playing League, but were good at League, and they had to announce your presence to everyone because of it. The worst part about this is the dude definitely AFK'd that game after getting arrested. His poor teammates, man. Imagine saying to your friends, yeah, I lost my game today because my teammate got arrested. Feels bad, man. Also, in case you didn't know, Ionia is one of China's 29 servers. Also, shout out to the guy sweeping with a segue. Speaking of China, a bit over a week ago, China announced that they're banning anyone under 18 years old from playing video games during the week. They'll only be allowed to play 3 hours on the weekend, 1 hour per day from 8 to 9 p.m. So if you think your parents are strict, China's probably worse. This will be really rough for the LP because it means a lot of the young talent won't have near as much time to get good at the game. To put things into perspective, Jackie Love won Worlds in 2018 at the age of 17, but something like this will be no longer possible.
And Invictus Gaming are your 2018 World Champion!
Faker's first professional game as LeBlanc was just over 8 years ago, which is pretty crazy, and ever since then, he's had a 78.6% win rate on her in pro play. It's also surprisingly the only champion he's gotten a pentakill on in pro play, which was in 2015.
How in the world did he get that pentakill?
Champions look way smaller without the health bar, and it's actually kind of funny. This guy, Dr. Monocle, edited out every break in every year's World Series and has been streaming it all on Twitch. They're now on their final stretch in Season 10, and they're just about to wrap things up. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Tyler 1 started his mid to challenger climb not too long ago, and it only took him a month to hit Masters with a 66% win rate on Annie. It's pretty crazy considering how long it took him to hit challenger in the top lane. He's currently sitting at Grandmaster's 654 LP trying to break challenger, but he's getting really close. At the moment, the player ranked 300 has 762 LP. With over 20 champions, blue is the most common eye color in League of Legends, and orange is a close second. I definitely didn't expect the second one to be orange. I guess I just never paid that close of attention. This Graves went AFK but had his auto attack on, so the Tristana and Alistar decided to get the red buff to aggro on him, so he'll have a red buff by the time he came back. I gotta say, it's actually pretty smart. Of course, things would have been a lot different if the Graves didn't have auto attack on. Alright, I didn't even know this was freaking possible, and I'm sure most people didn't either, but these guys comboed Warwick's Q with Syndra's W, which allowed Warwick to fly over and gank mid. That was pretty creative. Mad props to these guys. This couple had a 100-pound Baron cake made for their wedding. This thing is really cool, but I'm guessing this thing definitely cost around $3,000. But definitely really cool. Hey guys, if you're enjoying, please consider poking that sub button. It would seriously mean so much to me. Also, puppy. Thanks, guys. When it comes to Mythic items, Trinity Force and Stridebreaker are pretty much obsolete right now. Trinity Force is picked in only 1.6% of all games, and Stridebreaker is picked in 1.5%. To put that into perspective, Divine Sunderer is picked 9% of the time, and Gore Drinker and Shield Bow are picked 10% of the time. In other words, you're 6 times more likely to see these items in your game than Stridebreaker and Trinity Force. With that being said, both Trinity Force and Stridebreaker have a higher win rate than Gore Drinker and Divine Sunderer, which is kind of weird. League of Legends Plus is finally retiring on October 4th and will be replaced with Riot Mobile. If there was anything worse than the League of Legends client, it was League Plus, so hopefully this app works really well. Luckily, if you already have League Plus, you won't even have to download it too, because it will just automatically update. Doublelift commented that a large reason he ended up retiring was because he thought Team Liquid would pick up Palette from Vietnam as the support and didn't want to struggle through the language barrier in communicating. But as we all know, they ended up grabbing Sword Art instead.
When I was told that like they're gonna go with Palette, I was like, I don't want to play with a support that I have like no chance of communicating with. Oh, that sounds miserable.
It was confirmed by Riot that there will be another visual gameplay update poll at the start of 2022 in addition to Adir. Riot just hired former Netflix executive Brian Wright as the new Chief Content Officer of Entertainment. In pro news, Caps recently signed a 1-year extension with G2 and will remain with them at least through 2023. Foxbox has been designing a League of Legends bot that responds to voice commands. I believe he spent over $2,000 getting the thing going, but so far it's working pretty well.
Fire!
With that being said, it's definitely had a few hiccups. Still better than some supports I've had though. This guy's girlfriend literally took notes on how to play League of Legends, making sure to add in the spell order and what to buy. I do have to say my personal favorite is the needlessly large Rog. Did you know that there was a new 2021 Hextech ward? No, because me either. At least until I was in the shop the other day and just randomly came across it. I'm pretty sure Riot made 0 announcements about this, but I mean, I could have just missed it too. Anyways, it's there. With the exception of Aphelios, 8 of the last 9 male champions have been shirtless with a 6-pack. This is definitely interesting, to say the least. Riot is making a new client that will have all of their games together in one place, which will actually be really nice. It's planned to be out worldwide on October 4th. Don't be fooled though, this is not a new League of Legends client, it's just a new Riot client. With that being said, in case you didn't know, about 2 months ago, Riot did announce that they'll be making changes to the League client, adding things like new interfaces, new emblems, the ability to customize your border, and also titles. This actually looks pretty promising. However, the real question will be, will the client work? And I guess that remains to be seen. This person was at Target when they found a laptop with an insanely old League photo from like season 4 or something. How is this even still out there? PrizeBot. Did you know that people who take Medjais in League have a 76.9% win rate? This is probably because no one gets it unless they're smurfing or have a huge lead. This person made their own League of Legends animation after working 3 months on it. Riot recently added that they're adding a new penalty type for people who AFK. Riot admitted that 9% of the worldwide player base constantly AFK without any punishment for it. So to fight that, they're going to be implementing a new tier system, the highest being tier 7, where you're locked out of queue for 14 days and have 15-minute queues for 5 games. This is a graph that shows the most popular League of Legends teams during the 2021 summer split. T1 or SKT seem to be the clear favorites. This has got to be the best in-depth analysis I've ever come across.
Yeah. I mean, I think something more interesting is Mr. Jeskla and Promise Q have matching color on their skin. Both went for green chroma. That's pretty cute.
Okay, yeah, I like that a lot as well.
If your Nexus is really low and Ukshin ults you, do yourself a favor and don't stand behind it. This person made a list of where every champion was during the Ruination event. I can't imagine how long this took, but I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Faker has some insane pro League of Legends stats. Most notably, he has a 72.29% win rate at Worlds. If you don't pick a champion in Clash, it won't dodge. It'll just pick a random champion for you. Trust me, I'd know. This happened to me like twice last Clash. Xayah's Phoenix skin is the only skin that isn't partnered with Rakan. I was watching Doublelift the other day and Gwen's health bar was completely transformed, but nobody reacted, so am I the only one who's going crazy here? Is this just normal now? This is a Google sheet of skins with the most characters to the least. Coming in first with the most characters is Bewitching Misfortune Prestige Edition with 40. And the skins with the least are Emo Moo and Bimo at 5. It was officially announced that Xayah and Rakan will no longer exclusively be getting skins together. These guys decided to get League of Legends dog tags for each of their roles with their username. That's straight up dedication. Riot recently released a new cinematic celebrating the Chinese server's 10-year anniversary. This person made Nunu and Willump out of balloons. Carlos, the founder of G2, said he'd eat his shoe if G2 didn't qualify, and well, here we are. In the comments, someone also said they should have chopped up a real shoe and fried it with some mushrooms, and G2 replied, that's for next year when we don't qualify. When? This person's wife made a handmade Teemo. It's pretty cool, but I'm also a little scared of it. Here's a very dedicated Vi cosplay. Those gloves are huge. Here's a crazy cosplay of Callista. If I was the cart this year, I would probably cry. This person made an infographic for every team going to Worlds in 2021. Riot recently teased a visual rework of Caitlyn on teamfight tactics in one of their update videos. It's not a lot, but it looks like they might be updating her animations and her appearance. Riot is also adding what they call tacticians into TFT, which basically looks like mini champions. And lastly, the League of Legends icon has an L on it, which stands for League of Legends. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!